Oh boy. It has been, just a little bit of time since I last uploaded one of these. But yeah. Today we're gonna continue our ranking of every single platform in Hollow Knight. And so I thought, because it has been a while, let's start off with something a little bit simpler. Let's start off with everything that is the deepest part of Hollow Nest. The Ancient Basin, as well as the Abyss. Now, something to kind of remember, right? This is just a small portion of it. If you look very closely, that little green bar up here, this is how long this entire thing is. It is massive. And just so that you are aware, again, you have to take this with a grain of salt because I am both a speedrunner and a challenge runner. And so what that kind of means is if you think that this specific platform, it should be higher because it's a good platform or it has a respawn point, that is up to, you have to take it with a little bit of grain of salt. Alright, and so I think it would be a good idea to just kind of start from where we really enter this area first, which is, for most of us, all the way up here. Most of us will probably enter this area, not necessarily through Deep Nest or any other location, but we're probably entering this over here, which is the broken elevator from the City of Tears. So immediately upon entering, you'll notice that there's a couple of, floating platforms, all of which we can rank. Just in case you haven't been keeping up, I am considering everything, or I'm going to be ranking only the floating platforms that only have one walkable surface and is not attached to the ceiling, wall, or floor. So something like this. Technically, we are not going to count that because it is attached to the floor and, the floor spikes, I suppose. If I could have gone underneath it, that's up for debate, but because we can't, I will not be ranking that one. However, this one right here, completely isolated from anything else, only one floor to walk upon, that is completely fair. And so I'll be ranking this one. But because this is our first platform, it's kind of like an introduction. Just kind of saying, hey, you've made it to a slightly different area than the City of Tears. This is a good platform. I'm going to give it a 6.5. Remember, in ye old ranking systems, 5 is average, 7 is not. Hey, please understand that. Now, these two platforms actually are the most average platforms, honestly. Like, they're just kind of there. They don't really do anything bad. They don't really do anything good, per se. They're just kind of there. So they're not bad, but they're not, outstanding either. Kind of same thing for this one. The only purpose of this one is so that you can more easily go from here to there. Obviously, you can just jump and dash onto this one, but I guess they were nice enough to put a platform there. I'm not really sure why, but okay. But this one probably gets like a 3 at best. It really doesn't have a purpose to being there, right? Even if this were not to be there, what's really hindering or progressing our movement? It's just there. If this were here, if this was not here, there's literally like almost no difference in gameplay. So I feel like not that great. Now upon falling into that little, next transition, we are greeted with these 3 platforms. These 3 platforms are not bad, actually. I actually like this platform. This is a powerful 7. This is the first thing you land on, and you can immediately see, yes, there's 2 more platforms for me to land on. But neither of them are really all that important. However, I will say this one gets a 5, this one gets a 6, because if you go this way, you can immediately see there's another location. That's pretty good. Unlike this one, where if you go here, you might be tempted to see nothing. Unless you actually recognize that there's something down here. But most people don't really recognize that first. So I'm going to give this one a 5 and this one a 6. I will say, I don't really like this platform specifically that much. But it's okay. Aesthetic-wise, it's nice. I'm going to give it a pure 5. Unlike this one, I actually do like this one. I'm not entirely sure the reason as to why, but this one does not have any armored crawlids. I think that's what they're called, these guys. And so it makes it very, very safe to maneuver around this platform. So it's pretty good. I like it. This platform, however, is... Honestly, I don't like this one. The main reason is because I always forget it's there. And so when I'm trying to speedrun and I'm going down this way, I will either hit this one or that one. Like, it's almost always guaranteed that I land on one of these two platforms. And so, also because the purpose of this platform is for you to go in here, you give 3,000 geo for this tiny, tiny soul vessel. So it's kind of not that great. I'm gonna give this one a 4. This platform. The reason why I'm saying this platform is because I think this platform can be very strange. And the reason why is because, if you didn't know, there is a way to get up here early. Right? Normally the intended route is that you go all the way over here and down this way, and then you get double jump. I did it again. You get double jump from, you know, Broken Vessel, and then you double jump your way up here. However, you can, you know, you can die here, and then you can have your shade. That was a terrible, looks like more like a rabbit, but you can have the shade there, and you can actually shade skip via fireball. Actually, you know what? That was not a bad fireball. No, you can fireball skip up there, and you can also, I think you can ball stall against this slope right here to kind of go up there as well. So you can pogo off that. However, the reason why this one comes into play is because this Armored Crawlid is a way to get soul. If you have this, you know, the Dream Nail, which you should at this point, you can use the Dream Nail to hit him when you're up here, so that you can get more soul, so that you can gather, you know, fireball stall, or to get this guy's attention, so that he can shoot a fireball, so that you can pogo off. This platform is actually kind of important, and because of that, like, okay, I'll be completely honest, I suck at fireball stall. It's so hard. I've never gotten it. Okay, well, I've gotten it like once, but it wasn't, I never got it like again, intentionally. But for the people who can do it, this can be a very important platform. So for that reason, I'm going to give it an 8.5. Probably the highest one we've had so far, actually it is. But that's how important it can be, because it's so vital in being able to get soul and for fireball stall. This one gets a 7.5. I know I'm going to put a little asterisk right here, just saying this is not actually a floating platform, but I wanted to rank this one anyways. And we have this guy. I don't actually remember his name. He's a type of Moloch, I believe. But this platform right here, believe it or not, is actually really cool. For a couple of reasons, actually. One is because it's taken up entirely by this enemy that you can very easily kill just by jumping, slashing, whatever. However, you can actually go underneath it too. You can dash, pogo, dash. And basically, you can bypass this guy entirely. This is really cool. I'm going to give this one an 8. I like it. And obviously, if you go down, you get, I think it's a King's Idol, and that's really about it from down there. Now, here's actually something that is very strange. While I was researching, platforms in this area, if you were to have debug mod, you can see the outlines of every single wall, floor, ceiling, so on and so forth. However, in this specific spot, normally you'd think, yes, this is a multi-floored, thing, and therefore I'm not going to rank it. However, technically we're wrong. In here, I don't remember exactly where it is, there is an individual platform. I think it's about like right here. And I don't know why it's there. Question mark. Asterisk. Asterisk meaning, technically it doesn't count, but I'm also going to put a question mark. I'll do question mark out of 10. Because I don't know. I really don't know. If anyone has any solution as to what to do with this thing, I'm all ears. So please, leave a comment. What do you think this is going to be? But here's actually something I did not actually consider. The Lost Kin fight. I kind of forgot about that. Do that here. Yay! Now we can actually see the platforms. Okay, the other thing that I will do is I will zoom out a lot. And then I'm going to turn on the hitboxes so you can actually see the things. Actually, now that we're here, I might as well show you that one random thing as well. So with debug mod, we can actually see the platforms 1, 2, 3. I'll just rate them as I go. This initial platform that we, spawn in on, this is a good, like, I'm gonna give this a 9. A good 9 out of 10. It's probably one of the better platforms because not only is it introduction to one of the harder fights of the game, it's also just a good introduction to this area as well. This one probably only gets a 6, maybe. I was gonna give it a 6.5, but I think a 6 is fair because I don't even use that platform, completely honestly. Main reason is because I fall down here to go right here. And it's way, way faster than having to go all the way around. However, for the sake of seeing every single, platform, I shall go all the way around. They all get 5, except for maybe this guy. This one gets a 5.5 because it's bigger. That's literally the only reason why. These 3 platforms, this one, and this one, they get a 4. And then this one gets a 3. Because it's immediately underneath this one. And, yep, you can see why it's probably a 3, because you have to go underneath it. And if you miss, well then, or fall off on accident, it's kind of annoying to try and land back on that platform. And then this one gets a 5. Sole purpose, enter the fight. Yay, I did it. And I'm gonna get out of here. Believe it or not, you can actually leave most of the dream fights early by doing that. I'm not entirely sure why, but it's kind of interesting. What is this? What is this? Like, why is it here? I'm very, very confused. Look at this. I'm, like, so curious to the point where, like, if I made myself smaller, could I fit underneath it? Alright, so as you can see, I am Small Knight. I am very, very small, and my hitbox, or not my hitbox, my hurt box itself is very small. And so what that means is, theoretically, because normal size, Knight was too big, maybe now we can actually go underneath it. I'm very, very curious. I would love to find out. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Whoa, what just happened? Why did it suddenly get so much darker? When I'm normal Knight, I can't seem to go in between here. If I'm Small Knight, I can go underneath. Yo! Hide and seek just got even better. Fireborn, you should play hide and seek with Small Knight and see what kind of shenanigans y'all can get up to. I can guarantee you this right here, no one knows about. I think an 8 out of 10 would be very fair. For the stupidity that, for some reason, this is a individual floating platform, even though visually it does not look like it. Let's go ahead and change this. An 8 out of 10. I like this one. It's so funny. It's so strange, too. Right here. Just so that people know, this is where it is. And this is the floor underneath it. It is so strange to me, but I love it. Alright, that was a fun little venture. But that's basically this whole entire left area. The only thing that's left is the abyss, really. Hi, this is future me here. I completely forgot that I did not rank these ones up here. These 4. There's not really much happening in this one. I'm gonna say this one's I'm gonna give this one a 6 because, you have to go this way to get the grub, and we all know, we all know the grubs are worth it. This one, it's okay. I think it's cool. This one, actually no, this one's probably a 4 because its only purpose is for you to go up here or up there. This one does have geo on it, so it's kind of cool, but that's probably a 4. But I completely forgot that I did not rank these 4 platforms. I'm just saying that, and that's it. Hi, also future me again. I was just kind of looking around, and I realized I missed technically this one. If you look right here, right, there's technically a floating platform here too. However, something even weirder is that it technically isn't. Right? Because obviously I can't go up through here. I'm trying to double jump. I can't go that way. But I can enter it this way. I don't know why it's here. I have no clue why. And if I go over here, at that point, I have no clue what's happening. If I turn on more hitboxes, it does tell me there's a thing there, but it's an orange hitbox, which means it doesn't really do a whole lot. It's either in the foreground or background. But, so then why is it here? Wait a second, wait, what? Hold on. I don't know if you can tell, but if I go all the way to this wall and I hit jump, I actually wall jump. That is one of the strangest things I've ever seen. Oh, wait, that's not even a floor. Listen carefully. You can hear me walking. And then it's gone. Which means this is not even a floor. This is isolated. Technically. So this one... Oh, dude, do I give this one a 10 out of 10? No, I can't. I'm going to give this one a 9.5 out of 10, though. Because it's so hidden and so dumbly placed that I have to wonder why. We're now going to transition over here into the Ancient Basin. Or the Abyss. I'm getting everything mixed up. Oh my goodness, words. In this case, I actually have to consider how to rank these. Because, believe it or not, this is not just a descent platforming segment. This is also an ascent platforming segment. Because when you dream nail yourself in the birthplace, you have to climb out of here. And I will be completely honest, yes, I have done the Abyss Climb speedrun. I think my time was like 26 seconds, 28 seconds. It's pretty good if I do say so myself. But also as someone who has done the Hollow Knight no movement challenge from the highest point to the lowest point and vice versa, this place was a nightmare. Oh my god, I hated this place. But to be completely honest, I'm going to first rank the one platform in the entirety of the birthplace because I think that is fair to do first. It is right here. It's so average. What more do you want? Oh boy, let's do this. These ones, I'm actually gonna give these ones a little bit lower. Not necessarily because they have, there's something bad about them, but it's because they lack anything that's good. Right? This one, its sole purpose to get up here, 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 and then go up here. 4.5s at best. Now, I did forget about this one, and that itself should be a testament as to how not good this platform is. This one right here. Take a look at it. Out of all these platforms, right, there's this one. Who is landing on this platform if you're not just falling straight down from here? You actually have to go out of your way, to climb this spiked wall to maybe make it over there. Oh, I feel so bad saying this. Don't take this out of context. This platform serves no purpose. This is a 0 out of 10 platform. It's worth nothing. This platform should disappear now. Okay, you know I don't necessarily mean that. This is a... actually, I kind of do. I'm going to be completely honest when I say I kind of do mean it. This platform is so unimportant and kind of useless. I can't even justify giving it a 1, because what's the purpose of it? There is no purpose of it. Oh, is this my first 0 out of 10? I feel like this is. I don't remember if there was a 0. There might have been a 1. But this is definitely one of the only 0s I think I'll ever have in this entire ranking platforms, like, series. Ugh. In terms of, platforming, I guess, again, these ones don't really serve a whole lot of purpose. Like, I get the idea that if you're falling straight down, you want to see some platforms. They're not good, though. They're just not good. I think both of these ones deserve a 1, and this one, a 0.5. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to be generous. I'm trying to think of a good reason why it's there other than the sake of it being there. And I can't really think of one other than, you know, it's close to other platforms. Why do we have such low tier platforms in this area? Whatever. That's just what I see. That's what I see it. If you think they deserve more justice, I'm sorry. Please. What could be your reasoning? I'm so curious. This platform, I specifically remember this platform in my no movement challenge. This one was like, it was really nice because I'm pretty sure there is a respawn point right here, which means if you were to hit any spikes, this is where you'll respawn, which is really nice. So I made sure to try and, you know, land in some spikes if I was falling. But this one is good. I'm gonna give this one a 6.5. It's cute. 5.1. This will be the only time I do a 5.1 or a 0.1. I like to go in halves because it's very consistent and very nice. But this is the only one that's gonna get a 5.1 because it's cute. It's kind of quaint, a little dandy, I suppose. Oh boy, I am only like 2/3 of the way. Oh my goodness, look how many there are. There's so much. They don't really serve much purpose, but they do serve the purpose of getting to here. So they're not useless. They're just kind of not all that helpful in this game. So really, actually no, yeah, let's give them 1.5. Make them feel a little okay. And this one, let's give this one a 2.5. I can't really justify giving it a 3, but a 2.5 sounds pretty good because once you break this rock, it doesn't have any purpose anymore. That's, like, why is it there at that point? This platform was also very, very important in my run. This one not as much, but it's a nice platform because on the way down, this is not a bad platform. But I will give this one a 5.5. I will give this one a 5.5. And I actually want to give this one a 6. Not just because it was important in my challenge run, but also just as a casual perspective. On your way down or on your way up, this is a good, like, sign. The moment you see this one, you know you're close to the top. Or on the way down, you see this one and you already know what's gonna happen you already know what's gonna happen on your way down. So upon seeing this one, you realize, enemy, spikes. What do I expect later on? More enemies, more spikes. So this is already a pretty good platform. This is a 6, actually, yeah. It's a good platform. Let's give it a 6.5. And that is all of these platforms ranked. In both the mindset of a casual player, a speedrunner, and a challenge runner, this is where I would rank all of them. And we're not even done. We still have more. Let's do Jonah's Repose next. Jonah's Repose, I will be completely honest, this place is very forgettable. Not necessarily because it's not important or, you know, it's just kind of like, oh, no one really cares about this place. It's because you only go through this place once. You go through it once, you're done. You never go back. And the reason why is because the moment you get the item, right? Lifeblood Core. I think it's Lifeblood. No, it's Lifeblood Heart, Lifeblood Core, and then Joni's Blessing. Once you get Joni's Blessing, you get kicked out. And the door closes again. So this ivy door opens and then it closes and you never get to go back in. So really, this place is very forgettable. At least as far as I'm aware, there is no speedrun of this area. So it's just kind of like, I can't really do it in a speedrun sense. However, I think that would be pretty cool. You know, upon entering, this right here is a important, you know, platform. Teaches you immediately get good. So this one gets a 6. The only purpose of this one is to give you false sense of hope to go up here, either get hit by that because you're bad, or drop down and panic. So this one, that's a 4. Definitely a 4. In case you didn't know, I don't know how people don't know, but if you hold up or down in Hollow Knight, you get to look up or down and see what's above or below you. I don't know how people don't know that, but I didn't know that for a long time. Moving on, This platform. Oh, this platform, man. This one gets a 5.5. The moment you go down here, this is actually a trust fall. Once you're here and you look down, you actually can't see this platform. All you see is up to here. This is like the limit. So you have to have a trust. You have to have a leap of faith and just land there. And the moment you're here, you immediately recognize, oh shoot, there's more. I'll just put a star because I don't know if it's actually floating or not. But I would give this one a 7. This one, 7. And this one, 8. This one is nice because it has the arcane egg. But yes, that also means if you get Joni's blessing before you get the arcane egg, you can no longer get it. Or at least that's what I'm aware of. I have not really been able to go back in without, cheating, of course. So as far as I'm aware, this is a one-time deal. You miss it, it's gone. If you get it, good for you. But that is Joni's Repose. There's a lot of platforms. Some of them are really hard. Some of them are, well, not as hard. They're pretty nice, but that seems to be the entirety of that area. And we're still not done. We have the other half of the Abyss, aka the Sibling Climb, as well as the Shade Cloak. But I'm gonna be completely real. This climb is not that bad platform-wise. It's actually super easy. Especially if you know how to maneuver around the siblings and just pogo off of them. Most of these platforms are, like, pointless. They're pretty easy, actually. So I'll be completely honest when I say this. Most of the platforms here are not going to be rated very high. Like, this one right here, this is a 5. You see your first sibling and you think, okay, I can take him. You go on to the next mandatory platform, you go up here, another 5. You see another sibling and you go, easy, I can take him. And then you get up here. And then you see another sibling. You defeat him, you go up here, immediately everything starts to go into chaos. Because there's multiple of these guys. And if you get cornered over here, this is the only, like, real bad platform. Because this guy will also see you if you get too close. Especially if you try to jump up here, he will see you. And at this point, now you have 3 siblings trying to get you. And if you fall, well, you fall onto one of these ones. And most likely, you will fall here. You're going to try to go over here, which means you're going to miss this one. And you're going to go all the way down here. Realistically speaking, that's probably going to happen because it's also happened to me a couple of times. I will be completely honest, there is actually a really cool platforming segment. I think it's located here with the DLC, the Pale Court DLC. I'm not even going to try to, rank that part, but it's really cool. It's really fun. And yes, Sharp Shadow is required, just so that you are aware. But it's really fun. I think I beat it in like 10 minutes, I think. Somewhere around there. But over here, there's no singular platform. Except for this one. This is, I don't want to say the holy grail of platforms, but this is a good platform. Right? Technically, there's nothing here. This arm, not attached. I believe you can actually fall straight through. But this platform is where you get the Shade Cloak, which allows you to dash through hurt boxes. And my goodness, this is good. This Chozo statue, thank you for being here and giving us the Shade Cloak. This one is most definitely a 9.5 out of 10. It's so good. It gives you an ability. It's a platform. Oh, I could go on. But then again, it's not a 10. Because the moment you get this platform, the moment you get your Shade Cloak, you're out of there. You don't come back to this place unless you're doing lore hunting. And so because of that, I can't, with good faith, give it a 10. I want to, but the moment you get Shade Cloak, you're out. And that's really about it. So unfortunately, a 9.5 is the absolute highest I can give it. If you think it's worth like an 8.5 or like even an 8, I still think that's okay. Right? We have reached the end. That is the entirety of the Abyss. Oh my goodness, that's so many. As well as the entirety of the Ancient Basin. Oh boy. This was a doozy. And don't worry, I'll be doing not Pale Court. I'll be doing the White Palace and Path of Pain eventually. Don't worry, I'll be doing those too. But I wanted to start off with something small. You know, it has been a couple of months, and yeah, I just wanted to start off with something small. But anyways, this was all of the floating platforms ranked in both the Abyss and the Ancient Basin because they're kind of lumped into one big area. But yeah, again, take it with a grain of salt. And hey, if you want to rank something else, dude, by all means, do it. But yeah, that's all the platforms. Oh. Anyways, I hope you have a good rest of your day or your night, depending on your availability. You know, if you want to subscribe, cool, awesome, thank you. I'm working on a lot of stuff, and I have to edit everything myself because I am a teacher. I don't have time to do things, and it takes a long time for me to do stuff. But yeah, if you did enjoy, comment. What do you think I should do next? And in the meantime, I will see you in the next one. Good night.